living in pain, juggling the pros and cons of fame. I don't know how to make friends, I'm a lonely soul. I recollect this isolation.
Welcome in from the Polo Grounds. Baseball coming up on this Memorial Day. It's the Chicago White Sox going up against the New York Mets. Well, Singy, today's starter has really struggled of late. He's been missing his spots, and hitters are taking advantage.
Boog, and when you're in a slump like this, every little thing feels like it's going against you. He'll look to settle in early and hopefully find that spark again.
Back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about ready for baseball. On the hill here today, Matt Harvey. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy, no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Tim Anderson, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Hit in the air, center field. Strawberry on the move. Reaching for it and brings it in. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. It features one of the sport's true superstars, Luis Robert Jr.
Simply put, Boog, one of the elite players in the game, arguably the best player in the game. Just an absolute unbelievable talent. Always so much fun to watch him go out there and do his thing. Sit back and enjoy the show, and hopefully he's able to do something special in this one.
Luis Robert Jr. now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Ground ball, Alonso steps on first for the out.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Manuel Diaz.
2 outs, base is empty. Manuel Diaz steps to the plate for the White Sox, leading the American League in homers coming into this one, having a monster season. And a foul ball. Diaz made off with 4 stolen bases in his last game. That one ripped. Soto moving back for it. Grabs it right up against the wall. On to the bottom of the first. No score. And we're back. Getting the nod in this one, Davis Martin.
Oh, this guy wants to be better than that. The ERA is bloated. He understands that he's got to put his team in a better position to win ball games. And at this point, you have to forget about your own individual stats, and you have to go out there and attack and try to get that W. And if you do that, you'll look up, and most likely that ERA will have dropped over time.
Now it's the power-speed combo, John Torres.
You want to know how rare his 4-steal game was? In MLB history, only 3 players have more than 5 games like that. Ty Cobb, Vince Coleman, and Ricky Henderson. Ricky's special, though. He did it 19 times in his career. Crazy.
Pulls the string with the changeup, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's Francisco Lindor. And first offering is fouled off.
Oh, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare, only one other player has done it, Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing
Batting
more
third,
fastballs
the
in
third
that
baseman,
location.
Dick
Hitters,
Tracy.
especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Hard hit down the line and left. And that one is off the wall.
Batting fourth, the left
Now
fielder,
it's J.D. Martinez.
Here's a hitter who's been
Martinez.
strong in the clutch lately. Over the last 10 games, he's knocked in 10 runs.
Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That one 95 to finish him off. We move on to inning number 2 here in Manhattan. No score. And welcome back to the
Leading off for the
ballpark.
White Sox,
New
the
inning
first
getting
baseman,
started.
number
And now the
35,
first baseman, Frank Thomas.
Thomas.
Harvey back to work. Out to short, Lindor. Sends it to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there.
The
Just
third
rolled
baseman,
over it. Got the
Paul
ground ball.
Kovalenko.
And next to hit for the Sox, Paul Kovalenko. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. The throw to first, 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 32, Gavin Sheets.
2 down, base is empty. Here's Gavin Sheets now, left-hand bat. Chris, he's definitely going to finish the year with a new career high in homers. We just don't know how many he's going to hit quite yet. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. Nothing doing for the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
And
up
stepping in for New
Mets,
York, Mike
the
Piazza.
catcher, Mike Piazza.
One of the greatest catchers in baseball is at the plate right now, Boog. As the 1993 Rookie of the Year, he hit 35 home runs with a .318 batting average with the Dodgers.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Piazza launched a homer in his most recent game. The 1-1 is fouled off. And down on strikes he goes. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
No, he's really dialed in,
right
and this
fielder,
offense is going to have
Juan
to do something to try to break that
Soto.
rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
Juan Soto in the box now as he leaves that one up high. And another ball. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
Corrals it. And that quickly 2 away. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, but they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So when you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 guys nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Next offering upstairs.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Pete Alonso waiting to hit for the Mets. Right through there for a strike.
Helpful.
High in the air, out to right. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the third out. So they make short work of him there. We played 2 full, no score. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers.
Against all odds, that you can't tie us down. Stronger, baby, now we don't cry aloud. All we know is how to get it started when they rounds. Yeah, and this is more than you ever know. We here for winning and the feeling is incredible. All we do is take it to the ceiling when we set it off and open up.
Fought off foul.
You know, these White Sox, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Now here's the switch hitting power threat, Ray Durham.
I'm liking the power he's shown recently. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Strawberry under it. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
Batting 9, the left fielder, Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Shoeless Joe Jackson getting ready to hit. Line drive, makes the grab, 2 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup, and now it's Tim Anderson. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
2 outs. Fouled off left side. Top of the 3rd, no score. Hot shot to 3rd. They get the force, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. We're tied 0-0. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Alonso.
And ball 1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Robert makes the grab, 1 down.
Batting 9, the center fielder, Darryl.
And now Darryl Strawberry. That one is upstairs. One out, bases empty.
No strikes.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. And that one fouled off. Now fly ball to right center. Sheets on his way over. Makes the catch for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, second baseman, John.
Back to the top of the Mets order. John Torres up now for the Mets. Struck out swinging, leading off the bottom of the first. And that's a little bit high. Next offering is in for a strike. And there's the strike. 2 outs, base is empty. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
In the air, center field. Robert moves under him. Hauls it in to end the inning. On to the fourth, still scoreless. And we're back.
Leading off
on to the fourth. Now, Luis Robert Jr.
Roberts.
Komar in his rookie season, only 18 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Wisconsin. To the right side, Lugo tosses to first, and they take care of Robert for the out.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Diaz.
So now the DH spot, Manuel Diaz. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. The wind of the pitch. Swings through that one.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
That misses the zone. And the count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fourth inning underway, no score. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Next pitch is outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a ball popped in the air, and a foul ball. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. Into the second deck it goes, and the White Sox jump out in front. It's 1-0. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Frank Thomas will hit next. Grounded out to short in his first trip. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
So hard to touch. I mean, at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. Looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
2 outs, base is empty. And up next for Chicago, Paul Kovalenko. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And that is out of play. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But the White Sox get one on a homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game.
Is this redemption for my soul? Old ground to explore. I don't play that anymore.
And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
for
John
the Mets,
Sciambi and Chris
the
Singleton
shortstop,
with you.
Francisco
And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Francisco Lindor. In the air, left side. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away.
Now batting, the third baseman, David Wright.
Now at the plate, David Wright. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That clips the corner.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that just misses.
No, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well, so much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
2 down.
Now batting, left fielder, J.D. Martinez.
Here is J.D. Martinez. Struck out looking his first time. Here's a swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, the catcher, Mike.
Dominant performance for him today. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Man at first, Mike Piazza up now for the Mets. That's in there. Strike 1. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Robert snags it, and that will end the inning. Mets strand 1. They trail here 1-0. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the right fielder, Gavin Sheets. Harvey back to work. In the air, right side. Soto. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, Carlton.
So up next for Chicago, Carlton Fish. Reached on an infield single his first time. Foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Ray
2 down,
Durham.
base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Ray Durham. Gets him to chase after that one.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And a ground ball to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they go quietly there. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's the White Sox 1 and the Mets nothing. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Juan Soto now.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is to get the leadoff man or even a base runner on.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
And the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Squeezes it, and there's one down.
Now batting, number 13.
So now here's the Mets DH. Flied to right his first time. That's in there, and it's 0-1.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as the stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Gets a piece and stays alive. Next one is off the plate. And the count is 1-2. One down, base is empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Got him. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. Here's Pete Alonso.
Now batting, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. And it ties it up. It's 1-1.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Strawberry now at the plate. That one's in there, 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
This one, it's out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And the Mets jump in front. It's 2-1.
He was able to hit one out in this weather. Are you kidding me? How did he do that? Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
This one's smoked on its way out of here. He nails one out to right, and they boost their lead. It's 3-1.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Back-to-back-to-back home runs, and these guys look so if he's tipping his pitches or not. But I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would call a timeout to try to slow down this offense.
Base is empty with 2 away. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. And first offering is fouled off. Two outs. Out into left center for a line drive base hit. And next for the Mets, David Wright. Swing and a pop-up. Foul and a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Lindor off of first with 2 away. Lindor on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe in second, and he easily steals the bag.
Man on fire, won't stop rocking till I retire. The spaceship fly high, lights never dim, so the
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run shot make that 4 homers in the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 5-1.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with the pitch outside the zone. Impressive. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
JD Martinez stands in, 1 for 2. Swings here and blasts one left field. Caught right up against the fence. But they take the lead thanks to a 5-run outburst. 5 innings complete. It's the Mets 5 and the White Sox 1. And we're back.
Leading off
top
for the
6. Now the left fielder, Shoeless Joe Jackson. Late on that fastball.
You know, these White Sox definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result. They might just want to consider a more patient approach.
Towards first. And he handles it himself for the out.
I'm sure it's at least something they've chatted about in the dugout. Coming into this one, that was probably the game plan. Attack early in the count, but doesn't seem to be working out the way they wanted to. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Anderson at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
When a guy's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes as a hitter, you got to be ready to hit. Now, that's not going to help you get deep into his pitch count and into the bullpen, but you got to take what he's offering that day.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Makes the catch. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Mets 5 and the White Sox 1.
Now pitching for
New
Chicago.
pitcher for the White Sox, Steven
Number
Wilson.
36.
Going to be a tough matchup for him right here. Right-handed hitters have been having a lot of success against him so far this season.
Mike Piazza digs in now. 0 for 2 in this one.
Piazza.
Off the mark there, and it's 1-0.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Robert hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Juan Soto.
Soto.
I thought this was a fun note on Soto. In 2023, he hit home runs in Mexico, Canada, and the U.S. I don't think it matters where Soto plays. He's going to hit home runs everywhere he goes. Calling at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
On the ground right side. Throw over to Thomas. They get the out on Soto.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the DH. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And that one clips the corner. Two down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Next offering is fouled back. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Colesbury collects, fires to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Offense held in check there. We're through 6 full. It's the Mets 5 and the White Sox 1.
Leading off the
Here's the White Sox DH, Manuel Diaz. He went deep back in the 4th. A pretty important swing of the bat in this ball game.
Yeah, Boogie, he didn't waste any time. He jumped all over that pitch and saw it the entire way. You talk about squaring it up. He didn't miss a stitch on the baseball.
And he swings through that one.
Pretty amazing. His first pitch strike percentage over 90%. You know you're getting something in the zone first pitch. So if you're a hitter, got to be ready to let it fly, even though he's had a lot of success on that first pitch of the at-bat.
Soto puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The first baseman, Frank Thomas.
Here's the cleanup hitter for the Sox, Frank Thomas. He's grounded out a couple of times. Swing and a miss, strike one.
And it really looks like these hitters have been
count.
in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Lugo. Throw to first in time.
Notice how they're swinging too
Now
early or
the
too
third
late.
baseman,
That's a
Paul.
timing problem. They need to
Let
guess
go.
right on a few of those pitches, and I mean make an educated guess.
So up next, Paul Kovalenko. Swings through that one above the zone.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And he'll pull into second safely.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the
batting,
plate lately.
right field,
Once you get the ball by the
Gavin
pitcher, there's a lot of
Sheets.
base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. That's in for a strike. Throw safe. Piazza too late with that one. Now the 0-1. And that one fouled off. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a ground ball. Toss to Alonso. Third out, and that ends the frame. So 1 left for the White Sox. They're down here 5-1. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Up
One
and
ball,
in,
2
ball
strikes.
1.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Next offering misses, and the count is even 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And they'll do it again. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Throw over to Thomas. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, center fielder, Darryl Strawberry.
Here's the center fielder, Darryl Strawberry. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
Swing and a foul straight back. Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And it's fouled away. Oh, 0-2 now. Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Oh, that was a pretty fat pitch right there. Very
Now
hittable.
batting,
I think
second
the
baseman,
change of speed
John
made all the difference.
Torres.
Took a lot off of that one, and he had him off balance out in front. You got to pick your spots with the changeup just like he did there, and I think a great time to alter his velocity and create some deception.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Got him swinging. Down in order go the Mets. This one, though, 5-1. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the catcher, Carlton Fish. The White Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
So he's back out to begin the eighth. Been a really nice outing for him so far, Singy.
He's thrown the ball really well. Kept hitters off balance, and he's been very efficient with that pitch count. But at this point, even though it's been relatively low, you start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself.
Oh, nice play. Gathers and throws, and very nicely done for the out.
A quick move to his left, fully extended there in front of the shortstop to make the grab. Up with it, then a strong, accurate throw across the diamond to complete this highlight play.
Digging in, Ray Durham. That one fouled off. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. To the right side, Lugo handles, throws to first, and the White Sox go quietly. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They're down 5-1.
Now pitching for the
on the
White
mound
Sox.
now, James Karinchak.
Number 0.
Well, walks have been a big
James
issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Now up to him,
Leading
Francisco Lindor.
That's
1 for 3.
Francisco.
You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And a strike on the outside edge.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
Goes down looking.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like
Number
bowling.
5.
You think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. And that's outside.
Boog, and the one thing about that is Speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
And as well, lots of pop in that bat, so you combine the slug with really good defense. Up and in, and it's 2-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And it remains 2-2. Got him looking. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Martinez at the plate and takes high there.
Good purpose pitch right there, trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
And a big swing and a miss.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Next offering is in for a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Two outs. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Give it all you got. You can never be like me. Yeah, I push until I bleed, and I keep it so 100, not afraid to show my teeth. You can never be like me. Yeah, I push until I bleed, and I keep it so 100. Yeah, I got some enemies.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, A.J. Minter.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Minter.
Back to the top of the order. There's Tim Anderson now. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and a strikeout for the first out here in the 9th.
Now batting.
So here's Robert now.
Robert.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
0-1.
Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
The delivery to Robert. Foul ball, still 0-2. The White Sox down by 4 here at the top of the 9th. Comebacker to the mound. Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down. So they're down to their final out. And next to hit for the Sox, Manuel Diaz. He's already homered in this game. Pulls that one foul. Foul ball there. Minter is just one strike away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two down, nobody on. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock.
The first baseman, number 35, Frank
Thomas steps to the plate for the White Sox. 3 groundouts already. He's 0 for 3. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Strike in there. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Two outs. Runner goes again. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Ball 2.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Got it. And that'll do it.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling that you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.